Welcome back. Let's get a winner. 32. Don't you love that?
Good morning, all you wonderful roulette players. Really appreciate you taking the time. Welcome back to the channel. So today it's Monday morning, before we all get back to, going back to our normal jobs. I've got Area 15. Trying to get creative with the title, but it means exactly what we're doing. It's a strategy that I've been playing for many, many, many years, and it's my favorite numbers. We've all got favorite numbers that we like to bet on, and these are my 15 favorite numbers. They're all in the, well, every one but one is in the same area. So it's all in that same area. So I know if it goes into that area, I know I'm golden. And then number 8, which is on the complete opposite side of the wheel, is another number I like to be involved in. Purely and simply because that's been my history of good luck. So with that, I've got $500 here, 400 in green, 80 and 20. Area 15, $500 bankroll, $50 worth of profit. Now, I do like to wait for one spin before I go at it. So when we win, I wait for one spin. And we're starting off fresh, so I want to wait for that first spin. Providing it's not in my area, I'm going to go ahead and start betting. So hopefully that explains it. That is great news. I love to see the zeros. Okay. You know what happens then. I put that on the board. It's hard to see the green, I know. But let's get going because I'm going to go ahead and bet my 15 numbers. So 3, 5, 7, 8, 11. And the wonderful number 9. 5, 15, 24, 22. And then, of course, I've got the 30, 32, 34, and one more, which makes 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 numbers total. So this is the only number that's not part of that area that I like to bet. Okay? But that's because it's been a lucky number, and I'm not going to exclude it because I know damn well what would happen every single time. So with that, I'm going to bring the dauber over, and we're going to go ahead and spin. That was our first spin, which was 0, which didn't do anything for us, so I'm glad that we got that out of the way. Let's hope that we can just produce great numbers. Again, you've got 15 numbers that you're working with here, so you've got less than half. So don't expect to win every time, except when you're in my area, which is what this is. Look at that, right in the middle of my area. Can't beat that. Number 11, beautiful, beautiful. So we're going to lose all these $14. And they're all dollar units, guys. $14 units going over to the house. We're going to get paid $35. Nice. So there's 14 of it. 15, 30, and 5. Right? $20, 10, 20, 30, 35. Make sense? Okay, cool. All right, so this is all profit. $21 goes in the profit tray. Freaking awesome, guys. That's a nice hit, okay? Especially when you come out with that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and spin it again. This time it's going to be a fresh spin. I'm not going to bet anything. I'm going to come completely down. Number 11. So we started out with a beautiful win. Now, if we lose twice at $1 units, we go up to $5 units. If we lose twice on that, we go up to $10. You're going to see how well this pays out when you get your hit. And eventually, you always get your hit, but sometimes it can take a while. 21, that was our fresh spin, so we didn't play it. And it's red, 21. Got to try and be smart about this one because it can get expensive really quickly. But a lot of times I get lucky right out of the gate and it just stays that way. So now we've got that fresh spin out of the way. Now we go back to our numbers. Just like so. Beautiful. $15. Let's get going. See if we can get another one in our region. But again, it's a fun strategy, guys, and we all have our favorite numbers. So pick 15 numbers that are good for you and go with it. I like the idea that they're all together except for one. That's just me. 11. Guys, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, right? It really doesn't. So again, we're going to pick up $21, all right, because we did that last time. So instead of bringing it down, I'm just going to speed the process up. We won 21 last time. I'm going to assume it's $21 again. We're already up 42 bucks, guys. We're doing exceptionally well. I'm not going to bet. My bets are off, okay? Where's my off button? Well, I did have an off button because I play a lot of craps as well. So I'm not working, okay? This is just going to be another fresh spin. I always like to leave a spin between. Now, a lot of times, you're right. It does come right back into the same quadrant or the same area, but I don't care about that. And I know that every spin is independent, so I don't try and get that in my head either. Look at that, 11. Oh, that is so sick, guys. So sick. Again, if it's in my area, I do not bet. I wait for a fresh spin. So, yeah, it would have been nice, and I should have done it now, thinking about it, but I'm not going to worry about it. Don't get that into your head. Just realize that you've got many steps to being successful here. Many steps. 35. Okay, now it's time to bet. I'm going to go ahead and place all my bets here. $15, and we're going to go again. So I'm going to put down 11 and 35 here, just so we can keep accurate count. It's another 11 and 35. Okay, see what we can get. But it's a fun strategy, guys, because you're getting to use the numbers that you've always wanted to use. And you're slowly progressing. It is getting more expensive. Number 9. Beautiful. Look at that, guys. Look at that. It's on the edge of my area. Right at the edge, where all of my numbers start to come into play. Beautiful. So with that, we lose $14. But we win, again, just like last time, 21 bucks. That was a beautiful case scenario. I'm going to bring that over here and pick up 21 bucks. Okay. Just to do it again. There's 14, there's 15, there's 30, 35 to 1. Beautiful. All right, with that, I know we will already have achieved our goal. Let me make sure my bankroll is correct. Yes, it is. So we're up $63 based on my count. $63. Nice. All right, so let's do it again. That was way too easy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do a fresh spin. That was beautiful. Number 9. Session 1 done. $63 in the black. Already in our pocket. Love it. All right, let's get a spin that ends with that. Oh, 35. Love it. Nice. Like that one. 35. Great. Let's go ahead and place our bets. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 11, 15, 20. Boom. And one more. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and spin. Let's alternate the wheel to try and make it as fair as possible. 35 was the number. And again, guys, it's just a fun strategy to play. So, and you can make a lot of money by doing it this way. And it can happen. 22. Freaking love it, man. Especially when it hits my zone, you know, or that area of the wheel. And again, we got 15 numbers, so you're going to get your fair share of hits. So again, we're going to make $21, right? $21. I don't need to break it down. We're going to lose 14 because we got 15 on the table, and we're going to win 21 bucks. Beautiful. Now, I'm not betting. We are off on this roll. Okay? I'm off. Purely and simply because I just don't want to waste any more time by taking the bets down and then rebetting. Obviously, if you're on the table, you can't do that. So just wait for one spin in between. Of course, it's right in my freaking area again. 32. But unfortunately, we did not bet, so that's okay. 22 and 32. I'm going to go ahead and spin again. I'm not betting yet, guys. I'm not betting. Because it landed in our area, I do not bet. I have to wait for one spin before I get to placing bets again. So 18. Okay, good. 18. It's not in the area, so now we can go ahead and place our bets, which is what I've done. Okay? So with that, I'll go ahead and write that on the board, and we will spin again. So there's not a lot to it, guys, and I know every spin is independent, or it should be, except when you're on a completely electronic, because I don't believe that that is completely independent. 33. Okay, first loss, right? So we just lost 15 bucks. So I'm going to give up 15 bucks, just like so, and we're going to go again, okay? We're going to go again right afterwards. Because now technically we've lost, you know, it's been 2 spins, the fresh spin and 33 that didn't hit our area. And if we lose this one, which we did, we're going to go up to $5. So now we've just lost 15 bucks again. That's the second time. Number 1. Now we go to $5. Just like so. And I'm going to take one more 5. Yep. And I need one more. Sorry, guys. I'm going to take 25 bucks, which is what that is, because I got to cover that one as well. Okay. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Beautiful. All right. That was number 1. I'll go ahead and write it on the board. Go ahead and alternate the wheel. And we stay here for 2 losses as well. So if we lose here at this spin, we go ahead and rebet. If we lose 2 in a row, then we go to $10. But eventually, you're going to get your area. As I said, number 11. Great number. I'm going to pull it down because we haven't reached this level before. So as you can imagine, we're still down 30 bucks, remember, but we've also just lost all of that as well. But this one's going to pay us 175. 175. There's 75. And I'm going to take just like so. Tell you what, I'm going to take some white. So that should be 75 and 25 makes 100. 175. Beautiful. And as you can imagine, we're coming down to base. Let's put our money back together again, though, and see where we are. Because actually, we've already achieved our goal, right? Session 2 is already in the history books. 20, yep, okay, cool. So now we need 100, 200, 300, and 400. Okay. Now we need 80 bucks here. There's my 80. So there's my original 500. And we are up 50. And that's profit too. 75, 80, 90, 96 bucks, guys. Session 2 is 96 bucks. Freaking awesome. Let's do one more just so we can prove the point. Okay, we do 3 sessions. Okay, let's do a fresh spin as always. But I like it when it starts getting up there, guys, because it is a lot of fun. Eventually, you're going to get your hit. You know, you do go on cold streaks, okay? It does happen, but you've got a good portion of the board covered. So don't be scared. 16, great, right? Because now we can go ahead and bet. If that had been in our area, we would have stayed away until we got a spin that was not in our area. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 11, 15, 24, 22, and of course these over here as well. And the reason I select all those numbers is because they're in, let me stop the wheel for a second. If you can see, 9 all the way through to 24 is my area. So that whole area is mine, plus number 8 on the other side. 8 again is just one of those numbers that's always been successful for me, so I don't want to leave it out. $15 is the total bet, $1 units to start with. If you lose, you stay put for 2 losses before you go up to $5. You stay there for 2 losses before you go up to $10. And after that, I look at going to $25. That's just me. 17. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so I didn't put down 16 there. 16 was the free spin. And 17 is a winner right out of the gate again. And again, we're going to win $21. After all the losses, we're going to win 21 bucks. Okay, all of these are losses, but I'm taking that into account by only putting $21 in the tray, because that pays 35 to 1. You guys know that. Okay, let's go again. 17, beautiful. Doesn't take long before you hit your 50 bucks. And as you can see here, we are beating the $50 minimum, well, profit goal. Pretty 7, beautiful, beautiful. Again, my region is hot right now, so that's awesome. 7 is another $21 winner. 21 bucks. Again, guys, by leaving it for 2 spins, so you got 2, 4, 6, 8 spins, okay, at this level. 8 spins. So just bear that one in mind. Go again. Let's go ahead and alternate the wheel. And again, you could change the bankroll to give yourself another layer by getting to $600 or $700, but it gets a little pricey at that point. So I try to stay in this zone here where it's about, oh, that was close, where it's close to the $500 mark. Because if you're unlucky and you've missed it 4, 5, 6 times, maybe it's not your time. Just give it up and move on. Again, there's got to be a time when you walk away. So we just lost 15 bucks, guys. I'm going to put that over there. I'm going to write the number 7 down because remember, we won on number 7, which is great. And now, of course, we've got the 0. Single 0. Second bet, right? We have not increased our bet because we wait for 2 losses before we do that. And again, I love these 15 numbers. They've been part of my history. I've been betting on these numbers in one form or another for many years. And again, this is a strategy that I'm going to play hard this week and play a few different options. Beautiful. Another winner, 26. Again, you know how this works. We're going to get paid $21. Now, we're not going to get profit of 21 because we lost 15 last time. So we're only going to pick up $6 this time. Okay? And you know what that does? That pretty much puts us right where we need to be. Again, I don't want to get greedy, guys. There's no point in getting greedy here. Okay, it's a win. Enjoy the win. There's my $500 bankroll. This is my profit. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 48. That's close enough for me. I don't need to get too greedy here. We've already done really well overall, right? We won what? 50, 80, 90, $6 there. and 63 there, right? So 63, 96, and 48. Come on, guys. Again, yes, you can get streaky on bad numbers. It does happen. Again, don't go too deep. If you go beyond your $500, just let it go, okay? But most times, out of all those steps that we're talking about here, you're going to get your region. Now, I like region or area of the board just because if I know it gets into that area, I know I'm golden. And as I said, those numbers have been great for me. Maybe you have a different set of numbers that you like, but try to keep them together as much as possible. Number 8 didn't even come into play, but you know my point. So I'll have some live video as well to back this up. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate your time. Catch you later. Have a great week. It's Monday. Make something work this week that you didn't last week, okay? Work a little harder. Catch you later. Bye.